Welcome to the Introduction to the Career Skills Program video brief. This video is intended to help soldiers gain a basic understanding of the Career Skills Program and to assist eligible soldiers to navigate the process to be able to participate in their desired Career Skills Program. What exactly is the Career Skills Program? The Army Career Skills Program, or CSP, is designed to provide transitioning soldiers with job skills training and industry-recognized credentials to enhance their employment prospects after leaving the military. CSP was originally created for high-risk soldiers. A high-risk soldier is defined as being between the ages of 18 to 24, first-term enlistments, involuntary separations due to force shape, rapid separations from active duty, and medical separations. With that said, all transitioning service members receiving either an honorable or general under honorable conditions discharge are welcome to apply for and participate in a CSP. Soldiers may begin a CSP no earlier than 180 days from their separation or retirement date. The start date of a CSP program is not calculated based on leave dates. This rule is based on public law, and therefore no exceptions to policy can be granted. Currently, DoD skill bridge programs and/or individual internships are recommended not to exceed 120 days or less. This 4-month period can occur during the last 180 days on active duty. An example of a CSP timeline may look something like this one. If a soldier is a member of the Reserve or National Guard or going through a medical evaluation board, they should visit their local TAP center to speak with the CSP point of contact to discuss eligibility requirements for CSP. Now that we have provided a high-level overview of the Career Skills Program itself, we will now cover the steps a soldier can follow when they desire to participate in a CSP. In general, there are 5 overall steps to the CSP process. The first step is for soldiers to visit the official Army Career Skills Program website and then access the section designated specifically for soldiers. The second step is for soldiers to confirm their eligibility to participate in a CSP and then determine which type of CSP will best serve their needs. The 3 types of career skills programs will be covered on a future slide. The third step is for soldiers to download the 3 files containing the MCOM 45 Soldier Participation Memo, the Soldier Checklist, and the Individual Internship Skill Bridge Agreement for future use in the application process. The fourth step is for soldiers to research, identify, and apply to participate in an Army-approved CSP, a DoD Skill Bridge program, or an individual internship program designed by the soldier. Soldiers may use the forms identified in Step 3 to assist with this step. The 5th step is for the soldiers to submit required checklist items to the local TAP Center CSP designated point of contact. The CSP point of contact will route the required documentation for review by the local Judge Advocate General when required, and will also submit the soldier's completed CSP package containing all supporting documentation for final review by the U.S. Army Installation Management Command, or MCOM. Again, the 5 basic steps to start the CSP process are as follows. 1. Visit the website. 2. Confirm eligibility and determine type of CSP. 3. Download 3 documents from the CSP website. 4. Apply to and receive acceptance to the CSP program of choice. And 5. Submit all required documents to the local CSP POC at the nearest TAP center for further processing. Next, we will cover each of the steps in a little more detail while sharing the CSP website. In Step 1, soldiers who are interested in the Army Career Skills Program should visit the official Army Career Skills Program website shown here at the bottom of the screen. Let's take a look at what soldiers will find on the CSP website. On the right side, soldiers may select an option for navigating to the Soldier page. The Soldier page is a soldier's primary area for all CSP-related information. Note that there is a frequently asked questions link that may also contain the answers to any questions a soldier may have about the CSP program and the application process. Soldiers interested in CSP should select the soldier's option on the list under Select an Option. This is where Step 2 begins. Soldiers must ensure they meet the criteria to participate and then select a CSP option that aligns with their career goals. Review the section for participation and eligibility before determining the type of CSP. Here are the 3 options a soldier may choose. The first option is an Army-approved CSP. The second CSP option is the DoD Skill Bridge program. The third and final CSP option for soldiers is the Individual Internship Program. Army-approved CSPs are programs that have already been vetted and received approval by Headquarters MCOM G1 or Department of Army Headquarters G1 for soldier participation at one or more Army installations. Army-approved CSPs are Garrison Commander-approved programs in which the Army CSP providers sign an installation memorandum of understanding or agreement. The Army-approved CSP is the only one of the 3 types of CSP that does not require legal review prior to participation. DoD Skill Bridge programs consist of a memorandum of understanding or agreement between the Department of Defense and industry partners. The CSP option provides soldiers with opportunities in a variety of fields, such as energy, information technology, manufacturing, retail, transportation, civil service, and more. Unlike the Army-approved CSPs, DoD Skill Bridge programs are not vetted or approved by HQ MCOM G1 and require a legal review as part of the application process. This will be accomplished using the Individual Internship DoD Skill Bridge Agreement form found on the CSP website. Both the Army-approved CSPs and DoD Skill Bridge programs require soldiers to apply for and gain acceptance in order to participate. Applications may require additional supporting documentation, such as a resume. The third and final CSP option for soldiers is the Individual Internship Program. This option allows soldiers who want to pursue careers in a desired field or with a specific company or organization to coordinate their own internship. This is utilized when the other 2 CSP options do not offer a current approved program. Under the Individual Internship Program option, soldiers are required to identify the intended employer, explain the Army CSP program to the potential employer, and obtain the employer's agreement to participate in the program. The employer's agreement is documented on the Individual Internship DoD Skill Bridge Agreement form. Individual internship programs are not previously vetted or approved by Headquarters MCOM G1 and require a local legal review by the Judge Advocate General. The third step in the process is for soldiers to obtain the required documents found on the official Army CSP website. Soldiers should access and familiarize themselves with the required CSP documents that include the Soldier Checklist, the MCOM 45 Soldier Participation Memo, and the Individual Internship DoD Skill Bridge Agreement. Let's look at where these downloadable forms can be found on the Army CSP website and discuss each document in more detail. On the right-hand side of the Soldier page of the Army CSP website, soldiers will find an area titled CSP Documents. This is where the forms may be accessed for download. The first document is the MCOM 45 Soldier Participation Memo. Click on the Forms link to access the download and save it to your local computer for further use during the CSP application process. As you see here, Part 1 and Part 2 will be completed by the requesting soldier and then dated and digitally signed before routing to the company commander. In Part 3 of the form, the company commander will provide his or her concurrence or non-concurrence with the soldier's request to participate in the Career Skills Program. They will then date and digitally sign the form before continuing to route the document for final command approval as outlined on the form. Part 4 is where the final approval or disapproval is applied by the first field grade officer with UCMJ authority in the soldier's chain of command. This is typically the battalion commander. In cases where the CSP will occur outside a 50-mile radius of the soldier's unit, Part 5 must be completed by the proper authority or their approved delegee. A complete approved MCOM 45 Soldier Participation Memo is required as part of the total Soldier CSP package. The next document soldiers will find under the CSP Documents section on the Soldier page of the Army's CSP website is the Soldier Checklist. Click on the form's link to access the download and save it to your local computer for further reference during the CSP application process. As you see here, the Soldier Checklist provides a list of required forms and supporting documentation needed for a complete CSP request package. The first section of the Soldier's Checklist contains the requirements for all CSP participants, including the following items: proof of completion of the TAP core classes, or a copy of the DD 2648, the MCOM 45 Soldier Participation Memo, documentation of separation or retirement date, proof of an approved administrative absence request from IPSE as required, a copy of the acceptance letter or email from an Army CSP or DoD SkillBridge program, and finally, a copy of supporting documentation specific to the desired program, such as a resume. When required, a copy of the individual internship agreement, as outlined on the second half of the Soldier Checklist, must also be included in the Soldier CSP request package. The Soldier Checklist is helpful for soldiers to track all required documents to ensure a complete CSP request package is provided to the TAP CSP point of contact prior to final routing for approval. The third and final document that soldiers will find on the Soldier page on the Army CSP website is the Individual Internship SkillBridge Agreement, or IIA. This form is not required when pursuing an opportunity through the Army-approved CSP option, but soldiers wishing to participate in either a DoD SkillBridge program or develop their own internship must include this document in their request package. Click on the form's link to access the download and save it to your local computer for further use during the CSP application process. Now let's open the IIA and look at its contents. This is the Individual Internship DoD SkillBridge Agreement. Soldiers will complete all items in Part 1, Section 1, 2, 3, and 4. Section 4 is where a detailed weekly training plan must be included that contains the details of the knowledge, skills, and abilities the soldier will obtain as the result of the CSP. The detailed training plan must not exceed the total length of the requested CSP. Section 2 of the IIA is the Employer Agreement. The point of contact at the DoD SkillBridge program or company supporting the individual internship will acknowledge the agreement by providing their point of contact information and then dating and signing the form. Organizations that do not have the ability to apply digital signatures may provide a copy of the agreement that is dated and with a wet signature applied. Once Sections 1 and 2 are completed thoroughly, the IIA should be provided to the CSP point of contact at the local TAP Center for routing to the local Judge Advocate General for legal review. If the requested CSP is approved through legal review, soldiers should then submit all items identified on the Soldier's Checklist to the CSP point of contact at the local TAP Center for routing to MCOM for final review and approval. Upon receipt of an MCOM-approved CSP request, soldiers can begin planning for their attendance on the dates included for the CSP. This concludes the basic introduction to the Army's Career Skills Program. Soldiers should now understand the 5 basic steps to starting the process that will lead to opportunities for job skills training, industry-recognized credentials, and enhance their employment prospects after leaving the military. For additional information and guidance on the CSP program, soldiers may visit the Frequently Asked Questions page on the official Army CSP website and visit the local Transition Assistance Program Center, where soldiers can request to speak to the Career Skills Program point of contact. We look forward to supporting you and your successful transition.